Juste ça. Un. Un.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep?
Maintenant de là. Fais distance. C'est ça qui te permet de faire chaud. Vas-y. Distance. Coordonnées. Ça et ça. Ensemble. Vas-y.
C'est vraiment venir écarter ses jambes. Et là, j'ai l'appui. Bon. Voilà, c'est vraiment... Et puis, je fais beaucoup d'appels. C'est ça que je veux. Ouais. Rien qu'en faisant ça, il se sent en danger. Et là, il ne va pas savoir ce que je vais faire. Ah, c'est ça, c'est vraiment... Il n'aime pas ça, moi, je veux jouer. Boum.
Biraz da sağ qolu bir yerdə bağla. C'est ça qui parle. Et ça, dès que lui arrive, il va pas rester là. Lui il arrive, l'autre part. D'accord? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Voilà. Mon travail, c'est ça. C'est ouvrir. D'accord? Là, je suis là, voilà. Je suis déjà, 1, 2, je relâche. Ça permet pas. Ça y est, boum. espace. Et là, je joue avec mon poignet ouvert. C'est mon poignet qui fait boum, et je vais chercher. Là, là, 1, 2, 3. Oui. Est-ce que ça? Oui, et là, c'est bien. 1, 2, je vais chercher ton parfum. Pousse, oui, regarde. 1 et 2, oui. Moi, c'est ça, j'ai plus en bien. 1, 2. Oui, et là, 2. Ça, boum, je pars. Là, comment j'avance? 2, là. Comme sur une main. Oh. Voilà, là le coach y est. Oui, là, 2.
Mistake number 2 is trying to do this technique against somebody who's like in a bent over posture, maybe, especially in the old days when you could do pickups, you would see people in a square stance, bent over like this, basically creating a nice big target for you to attack in, for them ready to come take you over. But you've got techniques like Uchimata Gaeshi and stuff like that, where you can still take control of the throw. So you're against somebody and they're either like this, they might even be in stance, okay? They might even be in stance, head up a tiny bit for me, yeah, that's it. But from here, there's just too much distance to travel. So when you're coming, if you look from here, I can feel that tension, I'm turning, and as soon as I turn, I'm off balance. There's too much distance for me to cover, okay? I'm here, maybe I'm even trying to pull, and I'm trying to turn. If you want to fight against somebody who's like this and you really want to do your Uchimata, there's a couple of things that you need to do. The first one is, if they are quite defensive, is put your pressure through your hands. Okay, so once I've got my grip, is actually exaggerate that, make them feel like they're always going back. Okay, so when I'm in here, my partner's lower than me. Okay, so my hands are going like a 45-degree angle, pushing down, and I'm just keeping my weight in my partner. And they can feel that that's coming down. If they don't correct themselves, then it might be like a little koso, something on the back leg to put that pressure on. But that's where I'd be. I'd be here, applying pressure, and I'd be waiting for them to come back up, okay? If they're in a square stance, and this one, you would just literally hang on their neck, because it's not good to be in a square stance. If they're here, like this, okay, and I've definitely seen this at lower levels, you just hang down on their leg, like this, and you hang and you hang and you put your weight through, because they'll have to come up, and as they come up, that's when you can come in for a nice uchimata there. But your entries will change as well. If there's too much distance between you and your partner, trying to do a traditional turn into uchimata, once again, you're never going to get there. So from here, if there's too much, still square, you're looking for a more direct entry to that far leg, okay? You definitely don't want to be here like this and off balance, okay? So number 2 is the distance between you and your partner.
What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be going over sode to kochi. Now, you don't necessarily have to use this to throw people. 90% of the time, I use this for an awesome grip break, okay? But you know what? That other 10% of the time, you throw some people for ippon, wazari. It's a nice added bonus, so it's definitely something you should have in your tool bag. Now look, the idea being is once you have the grip, okay, and you shuffle onto that 45-degree angle, when you do that and you pull, you get that guy's back leg to come forward. Now, most good judo players understand that they should never have their legs on the same plane. So if he's looking at me and he steps forward, they understand, like, boom, off balance, bad for business, okay? They shouldn't do that. So what happens is when you hit that pole and he goes there, they tend to flex and squat and get really heavy because they know that they're in a position to be thrown, right? So what you do now, while you have that grip, go back, have the grip, there you go, is you're here, you're pressing him with the shoulder, right? You're pressing. When you cut that angle and you pull, you get your hand as close to theirs as possible and you roll your shoulder to make it uncomfortable. And then when you stab that kochi and bump them, push that grip off because it's weak because of the shoulder roll, okay? Now look, from this angle here, when you hit that shoulder roll, boom, you bring him up right here. He has that good strong grip. You turn against it, okay? Turn against it. It's important for that gi to be at the end of his wrist, not up here. I'm not pressing his forearm. I want to come right down and keep that wrist right along the body, okay? Now look, right foot's going to stay where it is. So we're here. I step and look at the lean. I pull him with my body and the weight. When he goes back, hold that grip. I pull him with my body and the weight. That way I can spring off that back leg, bump him, and touch that foot for the kochi. Okay, so I'm using his own strength against him, which is one of the founding principles of judo, right? Boom, turn, push into him, bump him. And when you add the hands, it gets really dynamic, right? Big pull, boom, bump, take the grip off. Now that I have both sleeves, I can pin them, I can steal the neck, and I can look to score with bigger and better judo, okay? From this angle over here, look at my right foot. It's super important that it doesn't move. When I step to the side and I pull, it stays close so that, look, it's already behind his foot to catch that kochi when I bump him back. The speed is super important to this throw. When you're here, right foot forward, step and lean. Look, it's between his legs now. I beat that line. Look, guys, go ahead and stand on that line for me. The both lines. There you go. Look, he's standing on that line. Under no circumstances would you ever let an opponent put his foot here, right? You're like, that's a terrible idea. I would never do that. But now look, when he goes back to that angle and I put my right foot here, look it, we're on a line. There's a line here. So your job as Tori, when you pull him around, is to get that foot to be on the same line. Okay, so when we're here and I step and pull, boom, there. Now look, we're on that same line or close to it so that you can make a quick stab. Okay, so you're here, boom, big pull, turn, bump them, grip comes off, two hands, look for your bigger and better judo. That's how you're going to master the kochi, sode, blending it together for a grip break, but also an awesome attack.